Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are at Travel South in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm delighted to have Mark Jaronski from Explore Georgia right in front of me. He's the man that's going to be making sure everything is going to go very smoothly during the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Aren't you, Mark?
I am. I'm going to make sure that your team advances far into the tournament.
That's what we like to hear. On a more serious note, it's a huge opportunity for Georgia with so many games here in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. What sort of plans do you have, A, to make it very comfortable for people to come here? And secondly, how are you going to exploit it economically to make sure that the state as a whole benefits?
Yeah, we are very fortunate to have 8 games here in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium that you just mentioned. You know, we're sitting here today in our convention center, and this is a state-owned property. So the convention center, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, State Farm Arena, which is home to the NBA Atlanta Hawks, is all on this campus. And we do professional sports and major championships every year, all year long. And since the Centennial Olympic Games in the summer of 1996, this campus has only gotten bigger and stronger and better every year. So we are well accustomed to doing big events. Now, they don't come much bigger than the FIFA World Cup, and we know that. And we have great respect for what is coming here in the next few years. As I understand it, I was not here in 1996, but the Summer Olympic Games are a 2-week period, and we know that FIFA World Cup will be, pretty much a 30-day full month of July 2026. So there are all types of preparations underway currently. Obviously at the local level here in Atlanta, but working seamlessly with the state of Georgia and the federal government here in the U.S. to ensure that visitors to the U.S. can get here seamlessly and easily and enjoy themselves while they're here and maximize that American experience. And we very much hope they experience all of Georgia while they are here in between the games that we know that they will want to watch. And, that's part of the preparation too, is there's a lot of our friend William Pate, who is the CEO of the Convention and Visitors Bureau here in Atlanta, talked just this morning about almost $1 billion of private investment that is taking place right here, just outside the doors of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, with retail and dining and entertainment complexes that are coming up out of the ground as we speak. And much of that will be in place by July 2026. So whether you have a ticket to one of the 8 games at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, or you just want to be here for World Cup, there'll be plenty of watch parties and really great street festivals and opportunities to be part of that World Cup experience here in the U.S., here in Georgia. And then I'd say the only thing to add to that, right, is that Atlanta, being home of the world's busiest airport and Delta Airlines, which operates one of the largest hubs in the world, you can get, obviously, from almost any destination around the world, you can get to Atlanta very easily. You can also then get to any hundreds of U.S. cities very easily from Atlanta. So it makes Georgia a great place to home base. If you're not sure where your team is going to be selected or be drawn to go to in December 2025. So I like to tell people, make plans now to be in the U.S. and to home base in Georgia, where you can easily get to where your team's going. You can enjoy the fabulous experience that Mercedes-Benz will put on for the 8 games that we host here in Atlanta. But then you can also explore all that Georgia and the Southeast and the United States has to offer very easily from a home base in Georgia.
Marvelous. And as you said, from a regional perspective, we're here at the Travel South show. Mm-hmm. I mean, Atlanta, from a FIFA World Cup point of view, is going to be the hub. It's the spokes that need to be established. So the hub and spoke concept of here's the hub, and we need to go away on days when we haven't got matches for spokes and spend some money and experience America outside of just Atlanta, I suppose, from a Georgian point of view.
Sure. Yeah, we have a lot of experience with that, right? So we see 100, and we welcome 170 plus million visitors to the to Georgia every year. Now, not all of them obviously are international. In fact, the vast majority of them are domestic travelers. But we're well accustomed here in the South, known for our great Southern hospitality of entertaining hundreds of millions of guests and making sure that they get a chance to explore and to experience whatever meets their travel occasion.
Sure.
You know, we have some hub and spoke itineraries here in Georgia that are great experiences. You know, you can have the Georgia music experience from Columbus to Atlanta to Macon to Savannah and Augusta, Georgia. We have the North Georgia Mountains and the start of the 2,000-mile Appalachian Trail. It starts right here above Springer Mountain in the North Georgia Mountains and at one of our nearby one of our great state parks in Georgia. We have the Great Southern Coast that runs. We have 100 miles of Atlantic Ocean coastline that runs from Savannah down through the Golden Isles. And obviously, we're in great close proximity to the wonderful states that make up Travel South, as well as Florida. Right, whether it's the beach hub and spoke itinerary that interests you, whether it's the mountains, whether it's music, you certainly can explore all of that in what we understand to be roughly 3 to 5 days in between team matches.
Sure. And you've got a bit of golf here, which I'm pleased to know about.
We do have a little bit. We do know a little bit about golf in the state of Georgia.
Good. Thank you very much. It's been very interesting talking to you, and very best of luck in all your planning.
Thank you, Graham.